Hi Leo, this is Perigaea Tarot. Today I'm going to be asking the universe what is coming up for you in March of 2022. What is your person thinking and feeling about you? I'm going to be asking any advice you need from Spirit. Please also remember that roles can be reversed, as this is a general reading, and after the Celtic Cross, I'll be pulling, if the universe leads, I'll be pulling a few more cards to find out details about your person, like specific signs you could be dealing with, their feelings, and their motives towards you. All right, and I do also give personal readings, and the link for that is in the description box. All right, so universe, what is coming up for Leo signs in the month of March 2022? What do you have coming up for Leo in the month of March 2022? Universe, what do we have coming up for Leo in the month of March? Justice. So you could be dealing with a Libra. You could also be dealing with a judicial issue or an issue of justice. Let's wait until we get a few more cards for that. Universe, what is coming up for Leo in the month of March 2022? All right. Oh my. So along with that justice card, I'm seeing a theme of a possible marriage. Could be something like that going on. So on the bottom of the deck, I'm seeing the Knight of Cups in reverse. And the sense I'm getting from this right off the bat is the concept of someone who is nervous to tell someone else how they feel. Scorpio energy. Magician in the reverse. That's Gemini, Virgo, and Scorpio. Interesting. So this is someone who I would say either feels that they don't have what is required for something like a union, or maybe they are presenting themselves as if they don't, and it's more as a cover for the way that they feel, that they're trying to say that they don't have either the money or the resources of some kind to have a union with someone, and but it's really just more that they don't want, that they're trying to find an excuse for the way that they feel. And after that, I'm seeing the Chariot. So that's Cancer energy. I'm getting the feeling that that there's someone feeling pressured to push forward and sort of charge forward into something that they're not necessarily ready for, or even perhaps wanting. I'm not sure about wanting is the right word, but they're maybe just not ready. So the King of Cups in the reverse, someone who is not sharing how they feel, but who in all honesty is feeling a bit shaky about their foundations regarding an issue, and is perhaps, again, being maybe a little bit maneuvering emotionally, because I would say that the magician in the reverse coupled with the King of Cups in the reverse would certainly point to some emotional maneuvering, because they don't want to share what they actually think. And then underneath that, the Two of Pentacles. So I say this is somebody who is feeling pushed into a decision and just isn't quite sure what they want, or they are sure and they just don't feel comfortable sharing how they feel. So let's take a look here. So the Eight of Swords in the reverse to the Four of Wands. So this is somebody who certainly This to me speaks of someone who isn't uncertain about what they want, actually. They know what they want. They've taken their time. They've been stuck in their head about it. They've thought about it. And they're ready to step out of that space of being imprisoned in their mind. But they're scared to say what they feel. And on them is the pressure of a union. In their heart, in their subconscious, is an energy of grief or of coming out of grief. This to me feels like someone whose heart has been betrayed, and that they're just keeping a happy face. They're keeping a smiling face during the process. That the sense of betrayal happened some time ago, that they've been grieving, processing that pain, but keeping it inside, while on the surface they pretend they are cooperative, constructive, even cheerful and civil. In the past, in the recent past, is the Nine of Wands. So I would say that this was somebody who was still trying. In the recent past, this was someone who was still pushing forward, striving forward, hopeful despite a great burden and despite maybe even a great, even some opposition, that they were struggling uphill to accomplish something, but they were really hopeful despite any setbacks or despite any difficulties. But in the near future is the Two of Cups in the reverse. I feel that this is someone who feels betrayed inwardly, deeply, and they haven't shared it. I think they feel as if they've been let down. They feel as if who they really are and what they really want has been betrayed, and that maybe they're with someone who is really just concerned about how it looks to be in a marriage, or how it makes you look successful and all those kinds of things, but is less concerned with how their partner feels about it, less concerned with the actual intimacy of the relationship. That is also the Two of Cups to the Wheel of Fortune. I think this person has given it time, has sat back and watched and analyzed and given it a lot of time. And I think that they want a change. In the person's energy, in their environment, is the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So I would definitely say that is speaking to what I mentioned before. Someone who maybe is more concerned with their own needs and wants, with their image, with how they are perceived by others as being successful and being and having everything, than they are with the actual love of the relationship. I feel like this is someone looking at their partner and feeling like all you care about is being a married person and having a fancy ring and, having the right house and, bragging to your friends. Where's the love? Where's the intimacy? I feel like this is someone who is maybe even feeling a bit used for the sake of this person's, I don't want to be too harsh, but maybe a bit of vanity. Okay. In the hopes and fears is renewing your continued commitment, I would say, is having to stay with this person in the long run. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a similarity between this pentacle and this circle. It feels like, the fear of having to recommit to this. But in the final outcome, I'm seeing the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So this could be somebody being afraid to continue remaining in a place of being afraid to share their truth. So let's dive in and find out what we can for you, Leo. Okay, so universe, what is this Eight of Swords in the reverse to the Four of Wands? Yeah, this is someone who knows what they want. They've figured it out, but they don't want to have to defend themselves. They feel defensive. They feel like if they say what they feel, they're going to have to fight off, a big. I think this is somebody who's ready to move on, to leave. They feel either like they want to abandon this connection, or they have been emotionally abandoned in this connection. And I think that the feeling that I get is this is someone who feels as if they know how they feel about this connection, and that they're not prepared to be married. They don't necessarily want to leave this person, but that their feelings need to be addressed, that they need to be acknowledged, and they need the emotional reality of between the two to be acknowledged, looked at, spoken about. And this is the second time I've seen the Temperance in reverse. I feel like this is someone who has lost patience with the situation, with being emotionally generous towards the situation, with giving and giving and giving towards the situation. I think that they feel emotionally drained. Yeah, I think that you've gone from 9 of Wands to the 10 of Wands of this burden has become too much. I have to put it down. Yeah, a very strong feeling of discontent. A very strong feeling of emotional discontent. I feel like this is you almost saying that you feel like you absolutely don't have what you want, and your person, you feel like as if your person doesn't even notice that they're, excuse me, that they're just pushing you forward. They're just pushing things forward, wanting to get what they want without seeming to even notice how you feel. And when the 9 of Cups in reverse is, the height of personal dissatisfaction. So that, yeah, I think that you feel abandoned and left out in the cold by your person. Yeah, I think that at the moment you are not prepared to move forward at all. And that's your truth. That's the truth that you've realized by taking your time, by being in your own thoughts in your own head, is that I'm not moving 1 inch forward unless things change. Yeah, I think that you are burned out and not prepared. You're not prepared to commit. So universe, what is this 5 of Cups in the reverse? Yeah, I think that you feel abandoned by your lover. You feel as if this connection that is meant to be intimate and loving and caring and close has been betrayed, and that this person has just left you out in the cold to grieve, and they don't even seem to notice. It feels like an empty connection. Yeah. You've been discontented for so long that you're even at a place where you're coming out of the discontent, where you're just ready to stand up and change things. But I think you're maybe not sure what you wish to do at the moment. But I think that you are at your breaking point. 10 of Wands. So, universe, is there anything else for this 5 of Cups? Ooh, in the reverse. Oh gosh, same cards again. Yeah, I think that you are confused about where to send your cup, where to find healing is what I'm hearing. I feel like this is you experiencing rejection at the 4 of Cups, and to the point where it graduated to the 5 of Cups, where it became profound grief. And now you're at a point where you're just like, I need succor, I need support and love. And you're looking around for anywhere that you can get it. You're looking around for somewhere to get it, because this person in your life is just absolutely not nurturing. This could be a person of earth energy. We have both the Queen and King of Pentacles here. But yeah, it's that your person is just absolutely not nurturing. They don't care for your needs. They don't support you. Yeah. The Ace of Cups in reverse. You feel unloved. You feel very unloved. So what is this 9 of Wands, universe? Yeah. Perhaps there was a circumstance in the past where you avoided conflict, so that you could retain your, you were prepared to keep moving forward despite the fact that you were burdened and there was a lot to handle. And you maybe even avoided conflict just because you cared so much about this person. But I think that things have come to the point of profound domestic unhappiness, profound unhappiness between the two of you. Also, in the eyes of this Nine of Pentacles guy right here, I'm seeing denial. I'm seeing someone who was not acknowledging the trajectory that they were on. They were just hoping that things would work out, that your person would be there for you. And I feel that maybe there was some kind of event, something that took place that where you just kind of fell over the cliff into this, that it just became too much. And all of a sudden it was like you felt deeply betrayed. Like that you were struggling forward, you were striving forward, and then something happened or something your partner did that made you feel so betrayed that things just turned the corner into this place of profound unhappiness. And the sense I'm getting is that it's possible you haven't spoken about it. You may have. But yeah, Tower. Tower. I think that you were perhaps not, again, in a state of denial, just to avoid conflict. But I think that, and maybe even try to convince yourself that the Tower wasn't happening. But that's what I'm sensing from this is denial. That maybe ever from that point to this, that you've stayed in a space of almost just denial, of hoping that what you experienced or what you felt wasn't really happening. That's how we cope. There's absolutely no shame in that at all. When something happens that hurts us so badly, we go into denial for a lot of reasons. Anyway, so universe, what is this? What is this what is this Three of Pentacles? Yeah, I think that you are hardening to a place of anger. I think that you've gotten to a place where you're like, this is not going to work. This is this is unacceptable. I think that you are being cooperative. And you are being constructive, but in your heart, I feel too that this is almost someone who maybe even knows they've hurt you deeply and they just aren't saying anything about it. They don't care. They're just letting you go about the everyday needs of life, the everyday responsibilities, and continue putting in all this effort without acknowledging you or how you feel. And you are with every day, you're getting more and more angry, and you're getting more and more ready to come in with a sword. Yeah, bad memories. Being left out in the cold. And this person is just, whether it's you or them, this person is not treating you like the Empress or not acting like the Empress. There is no nurturing, love, care. It's just absolute, it feels like the absolute drainage of intimacy, trust. It's like the Empress is the mother in the upright. So the feeling I'm getting about this, that it almost equates to the abandoning of a child, the abandoning of the inner child. It's like being the cruelty that would come from a mother looking her own child in the eyes and seeing its need and its pain and just ignoring it. That's how it feels. It feels like that cruelty. It feels like being abandoned by one's mother, by one's Empress. But I think it's also possible that you fear this person's anger and their wrath. Maybe they're a bit of a bully. Maybe they keep you in check with anger and with a bit of a bullying attitude. Universe, is there anything else? What is this Two of Cups in the reverse, universe? Yeah, this is you. You've spent your time considering and you are ready to make a move. You've spent your time in contemplation. You are ready to take action. And 2 2s. This to me is like you've made up your mind. I get the sense that deep down you maybe are still willing on some level to work with this person if they play their cards right. But it is absolutely conditional on that. I think that deep down in your heart, very deep down, there's still feelings for this person, but that you're at the place where unless they absolutely do everything right, you will leave. But I do think that if they do things right, you do have a chance, or they do have a chance. It's the feeling I get. Yeah, so this is somebody who has taken their time to think and has made up their mind. You feel as if the love is betrayed and the love is, pretty much gone. The intimacy feels gone. Yeah, this is change. This is you saying things have to change. If they don't change, I'm out of here. So, like I said, even though I want to reiterate that even though there is a feeling that you are definitely not happy with this person, and that things absolutely will not continue if they don't change, and if something, if they don't acknowledge you, I do think that there is still some. I don't think your heart is implacably. I think that you are still, if they step up and do things right, that you would work with them essentially. If they do change. Universe, what is this 2 of Cups to the Wheel of Fortune? Yeah, this is you saying, I won't commit to you. I'm almost hearing it. I won't commit to you. Not like this. Not with things like this. Things have to change if you want me to commit. I feel like the concept of commitment is not even in your repertoire. Like, you're not even willing to talk about it at this point. You're just saying you have to change. Absolutely. There's no talk of commitment between you and I until and unless you change. I mean, like, you won't, I think that even the until and unless you change is not even in the statement. It's like, you have to change. Full stop. Or I'm moving on. Universe, is there anything else for this Wheel of Fortune? Yeah, I don't want this. This is not what I want. All right, so universe, what is this? What is this King of Pentacles in the reverse? Actually, is there anything else for this Wheel of Fortune, universe? Is there anything else? Yeah, I won't wait. I won't wait. I'm giving up. You have to change. I'm not doing anything else. I will not wait any longer, because what I'm sensing from your past was that this was you climbing that uphill, doing that uphill battle, hoping that if you just keep going, your person will eventually see you right. Things would be all right, and they just haven't. You've worked your way through this relationship uphill for a long time, and you're like, I'm not waiting any longer. You change, or I leave. And I'm certainly not putting a ring on your finger. So, universe, what is this King of Pentacles in the reverse? This could be someone confused. Or in this person's case, I'm feeling that maybe this could be them needing to do some deep emotional work, to face their feelings, to face, what they haven't. This could be someone who keeps themselves very much on the surface of things, that maybe they don't take a lot of time to do the emotional and spiritual work that they need to do to really even be aware of what's going on with them and to be aware of their own feelings. And that could be, maybe they're not being there for themselves, and maybe that's why they can't be there for you. I mean, I don't know. Or this in the worst case scenario, this could be someone playing ignorant, pretending like they don't understand what you're saying. Sometimes people will do that. Oh, I hate that. Universe, what is this King of Pentacles in the reverse? I feel like this is someone, this could be speaking to someone who, and this is your energy. So I feel like this is them acknowledging you and seeing you. I kind of do get that feeling that this is perhaps even someone who's a workaholic and who just spends so much time running around, you know, trying to keep appearances up, trying to do everything, you know, just right and just so that they really get out of complete contact with their emotions. And I feel like this is somebody going deep and doing the work they need to do, and then because of that, seeing you, that they see you, and they see where you're coming from. And so this is them acknowledging you and going within into a deep place, finding that place of understanding you again, of seeing your point of view. Universe, what is this King of Pentacles in the reverse? Is there anything else? You know, I kind of think that was it. Universe, I'll just take one more card. Yeah, and then I think that they come in and they do the work. I mean, again, this could speak to the dynamic of someone who is a workaholic. But I think I get the feeling that this is someone who needs to do the inner work. That they do love you. And maybe, I don't know, maybe they have been cold and harsh. But I think that maybe the fact that you are willing to work with them is because you know that they're just out of touch with themselves. So we'll see. Universe, what is this Ace of Pentacles and the hopes and fears? Yeah, this is you saying, I will not be bound. You are afraid of being bound. You're afraid of committing to this person and ending up bound. You know, in a relationship where you're like, I'm being treated like crap and I can't get away from it. So yeah, that you're afraid you are afraid of this situation turning really toxic. Especially, I mean, I think that what you're thinking is basically like, if this is how this person treats me before we're married, imagine how they'll treat me after we get married. Imagine how they would disregard me after they've gotten what they want out of me. You know, maybe they'd even use the fact that they, you know, were married to me as some kind of leverage, you know, of like, well, I don't have to listen to you because, you know, if I don't, you know, if I want to, I can divorce you and take half of what you have, or, you know, something like that. So this is you being very afraid of getting involved in something that would just bind you up. So is there anything else, universe? What is this Ace of Swords in the reverse? Yeah. I almost feel as if it reaches a point where you don't say anything. Like you've probably said something, or maybe you are thinking, maybe I shouldn't say anything. Maybe I should just watch and see what this person does, and whether or not they will transform. This could be also be you not saying anything because you're afraid of it ending. I do get the sense that you don't condemn this person, that there is love between the two of you, and that it was good at a certain point. But I just think, you know, the sense I get is that very likely this is just someone who they got off track in their own selves, and they got very distracted from overwork and, you know, lots of social engagement, something like that. Maybe there's someone who works in something that's almost along the lines of PR, where they're dealing with appearances, and, you know, I'm actually kind of seeing something like a wedding planner or an event planner or something like that, where someone who's like looking as if they're cheerful and everything's perfect, you know, maybe somebody who's in real estate, you know, a job where your image and coming off as prosperous and coming off to the general public as like all having all your ducks in a row and everything's perfect, you know, that maybe they work a job like that where appearances matter so much that they can't even feel their own feelings. But this could also, I feel like, and I think that you understand that, and that, I mean, that could be the case. That's very specific, but, you know, that could be the case. And because of that, you understand that this person isn't bad. You know, they just want, you know, it's just their job, it's just their lifestyle. But even still, I can't put up with that anymore. It needs to change. So this could be you not speaking to this person because you don't want it to end. This could be you not cutting them out and waiting to see if they change. Let's get some more cards on that. Universe, what is this Ace of Swords in the final outcome? Oh, yeah, this is you not feeling a lot of faith. This could also be someone not changing, someone not taking the leap. This could be your person not changing and then you not having the faith to have a brand new start with this person. But the Ace of Swords in the reverse, I mean, this to me could be you not cutting them out or not speaking your truth. Let's see. Let's pull a few more cards. But it's definitely you not committing. You are not going to commit to this person at this point. But it's possible that you are, and it could. I think the secret's out about that. But you could just in general be in a position where you're keeping your own counsel. That's another feeling I get from this, is that you could just be in a place where you're keeping your own counsel. You know, perhaps you guys have had conversations about this many times, and you feel that it's pointless now to keep talking about it, that you're just, the feeling I got was that you're just looking and you're watching to see if this person changes. You're not going to talk anymore. You know, you're just going to see what they do, is kind of the feeling that I get. So I think that this entire thing hinges on your person doing the work they need to do, going deep within, you know, acknowledging you, acknowledging your energy, contemplating you, contemplating themselves, you know, doing some emotional work, doing the emotional work, and also maybe even considering what they do for work, or scaling back their hours, or doing something where they don't have to be quite so insanely committed to a job. So I'm going to see, is there one more card for my Leos? I think that that's it. Why don't we pull a couple of cards for your person? Just a couple. Just so we can get a little bit more to find out about their motives, their feelings. I feel like we've found out a lot about you, but not as much about your person. So, all right, Universe, what can you tell me about Leo's person? Oh my goodness, your energy. How does Leo's person feel towards my Leo? How do they feel? How does my Leo's person feel towards them? How does Leo's person feel towards them? What are their motivations? I'm seeing this at the bottom of the deck. The King of Cups in the reverse. So I think that they see you, and they see that you're not expressing your emotions, and they see that you seem to be contemplating something. I think that they're hopeful that you are still in a space of being willing to work with them and having help regarding the relationship. I think they don't necessarily see how things they see the outside. They see that you are acting cooperative. They see that you appear to be still going through the motions. And again, if this is somebody who's a workaholic and who's sort of almost addicted to success, or, you know, putting off an image of success, then that is going to be important to them. But I think they can also tell that there's been some kind of change recently. There's been some kind of revelation, a shift in your consciousness and in your feelings. I think they are picking up on that. As far as the marriage concept, I think that they have mentioned it to you, but I think that they can tell that you're apprehensive. And yeah, that I think they can tell how you feel about it. Universe, Can you tell me anything else about my Leo's person? Yeah, I think that they feel that you don't want it. I think that that's clear to them. I think that they're conflicted on as to the reason why. I think that they're on one side, maybe they're hoping that you're just confused and uncertain and wanting to think about it, and on the other side, they are concerned that you just don't want it, and they're actually quite tormented by the concept that you don't want to be their emperor. I think that that has them very, very upset and anxious, hurt. Let's see. It could have triggered some anger in them. The feeling I'm getting from this too is that it's possible that this person gets really frustrated from work and they don't do their own emotional work, but instead they take it out on you. That they get frustrated and they get all this pent up energy, and that they'll get angry and they'll project it onto the relationship, which is definitely not healthy. All right. I think that they are worried that you want to move on, or that you're in the process of moving on, but they really want to hold on to this relationship. So, Leo, I'm going to leave it there for you. I hope that this resonated for you and that you got something from it. If you did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, and I'll talk to you guys soon.